right here on the Muskegon Channel. I am Andy O'Reilly. Dave Cackley is over there, who at one point was going to revolutionize the vacuum cleaner sales world by selling rainbow vacuum cleaners.
Oh, my God.
What?
I can't believe you're bringing this up again.
Well, it came up yesterday on Facebook. I had a shoestring relative ask if he sends me up. He goes, "Hey, man, can you do me a favor?" And I said, "Sure, what?" He goes, well, actually, he said, "Can you do me a favor?" I said, "Well, does it involve a U-Haul?" Because, no, I'm not going to come and help you move.
Right.
And then he's like, "Well, if I set up 21 appointments for a rainbow vacuum cleaner salesman, I'll get my money back for the vacuum I just bought." And I said, "You know what?"
God.
I said, "If you asked me for a kidney, I'd be on my way to get tested right now."
It's
But
a
let
fine
me
piece
tell
of
you a
equipment.
story about my friend Dave.
Hey, I sold a few of those. I made some good money.
Of course you did.
Did I tell you about selling one to a guy in Sand Lake who was living in a mobile home?
Of course.
And I seriously, that thing may have been worth more than his house.
Yeah.
It's possible.
And you're okay with
But
that?
no, it was. I stand behind what I sold. Absolutely, it was a good product.
Yeah.
Hey,
Dave,
man,
come on. Dave, come on in. Leave that pile of junk in the car. Put your feet up for a couple hours. Call the lady back and tell her you didn't make a sale. You went through the motions. Everything's good. Everything's going to be fine. Come on in and relax. No, man, I really want to show you how it works. I've seen it.
I did.
I don't care. Leave it in the car. No, man, I got to show you. I got to show you. Oh,
God. Decade ago.
What am I going to do with you? Seriously. Was that 10 years ago already?
It was about 10 years ago, yeah.
Oh,
how time flies.
Time flies when we're having fun.
Blinked. We blinked.
Speaking of flying, why don't you fly with some news here? Because I got to get over to your neck of the woods here before too long and make a day of it.
All right, let's get into it. Hillary Clinton made a surprise appearance at the Grammy Awards last night.
Gee, sorry I missed that.
She appeared in a pre-taped segment narrating excerpts of Michael Wolff's book on the Trump White House. Anti-Trump stars John Legend and Cher also appeared in the video. Nikki Haley came out and was irritated by it. Here's the thing. There's nothing to be irritated about. It just wasn't that funny a segment. That was my only issue with it. I saw it. I'm like, okay, this could be good. And it wasn't. I mean, when it comes to the Trump jokes at this point, it's just you're beating a dead horse. It's over and over. I mean, it was funny at the start. Melissa McCarthy as Sean Spicer was hysterical. Pretty much anything Alec Baldwin does pretending to be Trump is great. But everything else to me just kind of falls flat. It's because it's like they're trying to get the crowd to applaud because they all agree on the same things. They're trying to get applause rather than laughs. And that's my issue with it.
Here's my issue. It's the Grammy Awards, and I don't give a rat's ass anymore. I couldn't tell you. I mean, I saw like the previews, and it's like this guy and this guy, and Elton John and Miley Cyrus, and I'm like, I recognize those names.
Two names I recognize,
honestly, and this is terrible because you know our background is music and things like that. I couldn't tell you half the people that were on that show.
I probably couldn't tell you 3/4.
No idea.
And that's just because we're old.
And rock category, was there one?
I don't think so. Is that even a genre anymore?
Could you just
name
give
a rock
Nickelback
band?
an award and move on with it?
Yeah, exactly. And the winner in every rock category, Nickelback.
Thank you. Right. Good night, everybody.
And that's it. This could literally be an 8-minute award show.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Special prosecutor will investigate Michigan State University from the president's office on down over how former MSU Dr. Larry Nassar could sexually abuse young girls over a 20-year period. Michigan Attorney General Bill Schuette said no individual and no department will be off limits. Schutte's statement comes a day after MSU coaches Mark D'Antonio and Tom Izzo said they will not step down. It may not be their choice, depending on what gets found out.
Yep.
And I know, the ESPN came out with their report on Friday night. That came down and it hit the fan.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing. I knew about a couple of the allegations involving two of the basketball players. I knew about that 7 years ago as far as the rumor was. Now, the special prosecutor, here's what's a little fishy about this. Adrian Payne and Keith Appling were freshmen, highly touted freshmen on the basketball team in the year 2010 and 2011. turned out to be one of Tom Izzo's worst years, but that's beside the point. In the alleged rape, it became a he said, she said.
Yeah.
But in the video, Adrian Payne basically implicates Keith Appling in the rape. The victim implicates Appling, but somehow the assistant prosecutor decides there's not enough there to go through. So there were no charges filed there, and that they did the Title IX investigation, and Appling and Payne were both cleared, yet they still played. So I don't know what the coach's responsibility there is. If I'm Tom Izzo, though, and I see the video of Adrian Payne, you basically have two people accusing your freshman point guard of rape. I don't know how you let him play the whole season. That's
Right.
my take on it.
Right.
And but I don't know. I also don't know what the policy was, regarding if somebody's not charged. I mean, I don't want to say they're innocent, but they're found not guilty. Can you suspend them? Can you take away their scholarship? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Izzo was a little evasive in his press conference after the Wisconsin game. Mark D'Antonio gave a full-throated denial saying, hey, we followed protocol in every single one of these decisions, and he kicked off 5 guys coming into this year. So I don't know. It all depends on if they covered up things. That's what it's not going to come out to whether they knew about allegations, because the allegations were known. The names just weren't released. The allegations were known. It's, did you participate in any kind of cover up? And if that happens, they got to go. If that's what happened,
there you go.
No question. So we got a basically, we'll see what else comes out and go from there. Muskegon Lumberjacks split a pair over the weekend. The Jacks knocked off Youngstown on Friday night, 5-3. Muskegon was dominated by Team USA under-17 squad Saturday night, 10-1.
Well, that wasn't
what
even
happened?
a game.
You were at both those games, right? What happened in that second game? Was it just
I think our team forgot to show up.
Yeah.
No idea. It was just the worst thing I've ever seen.
I mean, 10-1. That's like the Russians.
Honestly, I was doing my thing and I'm running around the arena and hi, nice to see you, all that. Here's a prize. Here's some chicken wings. Doing whatever I'm doing. And at one point, I was away from the clock and I couldn't see the game for like 2.5, 3 minutes, walking through tunnels and getting down where I need to be. I came back and there was like 3 more goals in 2.5, 3 minutes or something like that. And I looked at I'm like, what? Yeah, and. Yeah, we just shrugged around and kicked our feet. And
well, it's they've been hot, and they just laid an egg. It was the second of a back-to-back, too. I mean,
and then they picked up a win last night in Chicago, too. So they had a game yesterday in Chicago in the afternoon, too. So they picked up a win yesterday. So
that's good. 2
wins, 1 loss over the weekend.
There you go. Sparty Hoops, so 1-2 over the weekend. They beat Wisconsin on Friday night by 15, and then came back from 13 down at halftime to get past Maryland 74-68. They moved to 20-3 on the year, 8-2 in the Big Ten. That's sports.
All right, we will talk to you back here tomorrow.
Later.